Assalamu alaikum students. This is the Broadway School online learning program um for grade 7. This is fourth lecture of science. We are studying unit number 11, the transport in humans. Our today's topics are how things get in and out of blood to the blood vessels. The textbook page number is 140 to 143. And our topic starts from how things get in and out of the blood. This is the first topic of today's lecture. Actually, this topic is related to the different materials which goes inside the cells of the body and which goes out of the cells of the body into the blood. Means how the different materials and substances get into the cells of the body or tissues from blood, and how the substances get out of the cells to the blood. So actually this is all happen between cells or tissues and capillaries. We will discuss about capillaries in detail later on. Here actually the capillaries have very thin walls, uh, so and they have holes in it. uh, I am again repeating that the blood vessels which are called capillaries have very thin walls and they have also holes in them. So actually when the blood flows through the capillaries, and it has different nutrients and different materials like oxygen and food particles in it, then the first these particles come out of the walls of the capillaries through holes and enter into the special fluid which is called tissue fluid. Tissue fluid is actually a fluid which is present in the tissues, or you can say that present outside the tissues, uh, okay, in the form of an envelope. I am again repeating, tissue fluid is a fluid or a liquid which is present outside the tissues in the form of an envelope. Mean it is present all around the tissues or cells. So first of all, uh, the nutrients or substances from capillaries enter into the tissue fluid, and then from tissue fluid these materials first enter into the blood, into the cell, or you can say that into the cytoplasm of the cell. And you know that tissues are also combined form of cells. I am again repeating that the different materials and different nutrients come out of the capillaries through holes and enter into the tissue fluid, and through from this tissue fluid they finally enter into the cells, or you can say that into the cytoplasm of cell. And one thing I want to say that this tissue fluid is mainly composed of water. So in this way there is a link between the blood plasma and cell cytoplasm. Okay, the next thing, I have already told you that oxygen and food particles enter into the tissue fluid, and from this tissue fluid they enter into the cells. First of all, the oxygen and food particles which are present in the blood, they are diffused into the tissue fluid, and from that tissue fluid they finally enter into the cell, or you can say that into the cytoplasm of the cell. And at the same time the waste materials such as carbon dioxide and urea, they come from the cells into the tissue fluid, and from tissue fluid they are diffused into the blood plasma, or you can say that into the blood which is present into the capillaries. I mean, this is the opposite process as we have discussed regarding oxygen and food material. Food material and oxygen is going from blood into the cells through tissue fluid, while the waste material such as carbon dioxide and urea are being diffused from cells into the blood, or you can say that from blood tissue fluid to the blood. This is all about how things get in and out of the blood. The next topic is blood circulation, that how the blood is circulated in the whole body with the help of heart. Students, you have already know that the heart is the pumping organ of the body, means it is actually responsible for pumping or sending all the blood throughout the body. But at the same time I want to say that, tell you that the humans have double circulation. Mean at the same time the blood is being sent to the whole body through the heart, while at the same time the whole body sends the blood into the heart. These two processes are running in parallel. This is the nature of the Allah Almighty. So how it happens? First of all, the right side of the heart, which is consisted of right atrium as well as right ventricle. So this side, mean the right side of the heart, pumps the blood to the lungs. And why it pumps the blood to the lungs? To collect oxygen and to get rid of carbon dioxide at the same time. Mean the right side of the blood contains deoxygenated blood which is rich in carbon dioxide, so it sends or pumps this blood to the lungs to get rid of the carbon dioxide and to collect the oxygen, and after that blood becomes oxygenated. While the left side of the heart, which is consisted of left ventricle and left atrium, it pumps the blood from the heart to the rest of the body. And at the same time I want to tell you that this side of the heart contains oxygenated blood, and this oxygenated blood is sent to the whole body from left side of the heart. Okay, and this blood is rich in oxygen, and when it is sent to the whole body, then it gives the oxygen to the each cell and pick up the carbon dioxide and other waste materials. Okay, the third point is, when finally the blood enters into the body cells, how it enters into the body cells. Actually there is a tissue fluid, we have already studied about that. There is a tissue fluid present between the capillaries, mean between the walls of the capillaries and the tissues, and or you can say that cells. That tissue fluid is actually a bridge between cells as well as blood capillaries, or you can say that between blood. So first of all, the oxygen is sent from the capillaries, the blood in the capillaries, to the tissue fluid through tiny holes in the capillaries, and then from this tissue fluid the oxygen is moved to the cell, and at the same time the carbon dioxide from the cell is entered into the tissue fluid, and from here it is diffused into the blood through the holes in the capillaries. So this is all about blood circulation. The next topic which we are going to discuss is that blood vessels. There are three types of blood vessels: arteries, capillaries and veins. First of all, we will discuss about arteries. Arteries are the one of the type of blood vessels. They have thick muscular walls, mean the walls of the arteries is very thick, And why? Because they have to cope with the high pressure of the blood, because they carry the blood from the heart to the whole body. So the heart is exerting pressure on the blood. That's why the nature has designed the walls of the arteries thick. Finally, when arteries reach to the tissues, they are divided into small blood vessels or tubes called capillaries. So the summary is, arteries get oxygenated blood from heart to the whole body except to the lungs. Second one is capillaries. When the arteries enter into the near to the tissues, these are divided into capillaries. So capillaries are also blood vessels, but they are the smallest blood vessels present in the tissues of the body, and their walls are very thin, and they are actually responsible for the exchange of different materials between blood and cells, and this is all done through tissue fluid. I have already told you in the previous topic also. And then finally, capillaries join to form veins. The third one is veins. Veins are also blood vessels, but their walls are thinner than arteries. Mean thinner than the walls of the arteries. Because why? Because they do not feel or receive a high pressured blood, because they carry the blood from the whole body. That's why in vein the pressure of the blood is low. But one thing which is very important in the vein is that they have valves. Veins have valves, and they prevent the backflow of the blood. I mean, in some abnormal case, if the blood tries to flow in the backward direction, the valves prevent the blood to flow in the backward direction. So this is all about today's lecture, students. So regarding the assignment, the questions are: number 1, how things get in and out of the blood. On page number 140, explain the blood circulation in the body with the help of a label diagram. Answer on page number 141. What do you know about arteries? Answer on page number 142. What role do capillaries perform? Answer page number 142. Question number 5. What do you know about veins? Explain. Answer on page number 143. You will write the answer of these questions on your notebooks with label diagrams, and finally you will memorize these questions, means the answer of these questions. So this is all about our today's lecture. At the end, I will ask you to kindly subscribe our YouTube channel from the name The Broadway School in order to complete your syllabus, because when you will subscribe this channel, The Broadway School, you will receive the latest and fresh videos of science and other subjects. Okay students, Allah Hafiz, Assalamu alaikum, stay safe and be happy.